I kind of thought it was odd. This guy's out here selling a book. He's, I guess, appealing to a certain, apparently the Tim Poole audience. So I'll just do an aside on the Tim Poole audience real quick. I read through the comments of this and watched some other Tim Poole videos and read some of the comments on those. There is not a bigger group of dullards on the internet than Tim Poole fans. You've got a group of bootlickers that have convinced themselves that they're anti-authoritarian. You know, these brains as smooth as cue balls. These are the cognitive capacity of,
they're like Tim Poole fans.
Yeah, they got the cognitive capacity of like a rich wine and Xanax mom, like from Orange County, that just brain does not function correctly. Having said that, put that aside, Tim he asked some interesting questions and gave a little bit of pushback in this particular interview that I appreciated. I don't know. He kind of seems to take the Joe Rogan line of interviewing where he doesn't really push back too hard. He's just trying to have a conversation with the guy, which I appreciate if that's what he's trying to do. The Tim Poole types.
Yeah.
The Rogan types that seem to be nominally left. Like Tim Poole describes himself as a lefty, as a left winger. I think he's for universal health care. I think he would probably be for drug law reform, the same as me. And I think he would probably be for
murdering all of the LGBTQ people, probably.
I don't think, I'd probably not. Maybe, I don't know. I really don't know.
Follow his Twitter.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. But a lot of the issues, I imagine there'd be a lot of overlap with, or at least that's my understanding. But there's certainly like with Rogan, but they seem to have been, their brains been kind of usurped by the right-wing cultural propaganda machine, where they might think about issues from a left-wing perspective, but they're convinced of the right-wing, the conservative culture war propaganda, I guess. I don't know. It's a weird place to be.
I've never really drawn that distinction. I think you're right about comparing Tim Poole to Rogan. They take the same position on almost every issue. I think they respond to what their audience likes. And there's a bunch of psychos out there that hate brown people and all these other culture war issues, or don't want to do the research or don't understand the science, things like that. I think they're just responding to the likes and the retweets. Could be.
I don't know. I mean, obviously it's certainly a cynical view of it. It doesn't mean it's wrong though. Your cynical view of the world very well may be correct, James.
I've always considered Tim Poole more down to earth and less of a grifter than a lot of other people in that space, but I could be wrong about that. He could just be outsmarting me. Hell, I don't know.
Yeah. Like I said, I haven't watched too much of him. Did watch this. I just wanted to comment specifically on his fans. So if you're a Tim Poole fan, read a book, man. Sit down, read Carl Sagan, learn about, critical thought. This is how angry I got. I actually made a YouTube comment earlier.
I do this too, usually, on these videos that I get into.
Yeah. Okay, so here's Caleb Charles, this fucking dunce. The city refusing to reveal the search warrant in an already tense situation just to milk the hate and hurt for political gain is just pure evil. So this is what I was talking about earlier. This idea that the police, the city originally didn't want to release the details of the warrant. Yeah, I think it's pretty... To me, it seems pretty apparent that they didn't want to release it because it was on very shaky grounds. But
they didn't want to give the civil rights lawyers a head start on the case.
Yeah, but no, this was it was just to milk the hate and hurt for political gain, according to this fellow, Lucas L. There was more actual factual based news about this entire case in this 20-minute episode than the entire media presented prior to this.
I get all my news about police killings from the officer who killed the person.
Oh, here we go. JV, this fucking mongoloid. Imagine getting shot by someone who's a known felon and then being told, you're the bad guy. Our society is fucked.
Oh, he got a felony death sentence. You're right.
Hey, death sentence. Yeah, you have
frankly,
rights. You can't defend yourself. You are a felon, which means you are the most vile, despicable, and unworthy of any sort of good graces of the law.
I think the sentencing guidelines in the United States are way too lenient. We need to start implementing more death sentences. Any felony, death sentence.
No, see, your problem is that you're talking about sentences. See, I have a problem with the whole idea of taking these people to court to get sentenced in the first place. I just want the cops to be killing them. See, that's like, yeah.
See, small government, right? We need to reduce the
small
size
government. We'll get rid of the courts. The cops will do whatever they feel like they need to do at that point in time.
Didn't they have a movie like that? Judge Dredd? Blows the guy up.
I'm judge, jury, and executioner. Yeah, this is fucking with his flat bill.
Death.
Goofy ass flat bill. Look at your fucking hat's too big, man. That hat is too big for your head.
It's like an 80s throwback that we wore like in the early 2000s.
Yeah. Oh, the elephant in the room is that boyfriend used her as a human shield. He was very aware of the situation. See, I don't even know where these guys getting that at. You know,
that's a troll, right?
I don't think so, because this is very in line with a lot of the other language being used. I don't know if these people have ever been in like a stressful situation where you know, you're in actual danger and weird shit's going on around you. You know, they think that they can just sit there in their fucking mom's basement and figure out what they would do with their imaginary girlfriend if the cops ever broke in and found their child porn, which all Tim Poole fans have. But, you know, they're trying to figure out, make assumptions based on who was standing where and, well, she went into the hallway or she did this or he did that. And, you know, anybody that's been in a stressful situation like that knows shit gets weird. People do things that don't make sense. You're not really thinking, you know, you're just reaction and it's adrenaline. So you can't make any assumptions based on where she walked or if they called the police or when they called the police, anything like that.